Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. I know I have not made a sit down video in a very long time, but I wanted to get back into it, so today's going to be a new sit down video. In today's video I'm actually going to be doing a different type of makeup tutorial. I know I have done a couple of the everyday makeup tutorials in the past. Those were so bad, like I literally can't even stand to watch them if I wanted to. And well, today isn't going to be an everyday makeup tutorial. It's actually going to be a full glam. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, but we'll find out as the video goes on. Before I make the intro too long, I just want to go ahead and hop into the video. Okay, so now that I have put my hair up, we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't use primer, so we're just going to hop into the foundation. And for foundation, I use the Revlon Colorstay Combination to Oily Foundation. And I use usually the shade 300, but now that I'm a little more tan than usual, I'm going to use this shade 330. And I'm also going to add in just a little bit of 300 so I'm not too dark. I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and put a couple pumps of this on there. And then I'm just going to dab this all over my face. Okay, so now that I have that blended out, the next thing I'm going to be doing is my concealer. And I use the Instant Age Rewind concealer, and I do the shade Fair. Now this one I am almost out of. So I'm going to take this and put this under my eye. Now, I'm actually looking at the monitor down here and it's backwards, so it's like really confusing to me. And then I put this on my forehead, down the center of my nose. I put just a little tiny bit on my Cupid's bow to just highlight it. And then I put a little bit on my chin. So now I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender. Oh my god. So, okay. I just figured this out. I've had this palette since Christmas. And I didn't realize there was a plastic film on it. Oh, I have a clean mirror. Now that I have it blended out, I'm actually going to take the concealer again and just put a little bit more on the inside corner. It's not really going to help brighten it, but my circles are darker under my eyes. Well, that didn't make any sense because the only circles I have are under my eyes. But I meant like they're darker towards the inner corner. Okay, so now that I have concealer done, I'm going to be moving on to the next thing, and that would be my cream contour. And I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and I usually like to use this shade with a tiny bit of this shade towards the more hollow part of my, actually this would be the more hollow part, towards the top of my cheekbone, more towards my ear. I like to use that. And I'm just taking this contour brush I have and, you know, dipping it in. Now when I do a cream contour, I really only like to do the cream on my cheekbone and then a little tiny bit on my forehead. And for the forehead I use the lighter color just because I have a small forehead, but I like my face to look a little more bronzed. So I take this color and that's what I just put on my forehead. Now I'm taking my beauty blender and blending this out. One thing I have to admit about doing my makeup is I hate getting foundation on my lips because it makes me look dead and crusty. Okay, so now that I have my contour done, we're actually going to move on to like brightening. Okay, I honestly have this whole thing of brushes here, and I can't find one for my under eye. I'm going to go ahead and use this brush right here. And I'm going to take this middle color, middle shade, and I'm going to focus this on the inner corner. Okay, so I usually do wear a blush, and I usually put that on like almost last, but I actually forgot my blush in the other room, and I don't feel like going to get it. So I'm going to use the blush in this palette, and it's a cream blush, and I'm not the best with these, but I think I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just kind of dip into it a little bit. Oh, it's not too bad of a color. It's a little intense, but that could just be because of how much I picked up. But we are going to be covering it up with powder and highlight, so it could also be toned down a little bit. But I think I'm going to take my usual blush brush and kind of blend it out a little bit, because it looks kind of intense. Like, I kind of look like a clown right now. Not too bad. We're going to hope this gets a little bit better. Okay, so moving on, I'm actually going to be using my powder foundation, and this is a mineral powder by Neutrogena, and it is in the shade Soft Beige number 50, and I take just a fluffy brush and I put this all over my face. Okay, so moving on, we're actually going to be setting my face next, and I like to use the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I like to use translucent, and I like to use this brush for it. I like to pack it into the inner corners of my eyes, and I feel like this brush is really good for it. Now, because we just used that face powder, the powder foundation, I'm not going to be setting my entire face because that's pretty much what that just did. My shirt is covered in this powder. Okay, so now that I look crazy, we're actually going to move on to the eyes. And for my eyes, I like to use the Morphe 35N palette, and it's just this one. But today, we're going to be creating kind of a, what do I want to do? We're going to do kind of a reverse smoky eye, I guess you could say. Maybe. I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to throw some stuff together. So, let's get started. So for the first color, I'm going to be using this one right here, and I'm just going to dip into that with a fluffy brush, blending brush. I'm going to pop this into my crease. I don't ever prime the lids because, you know, well, for one, I don't have a lid primer, and two, I usually take my concealer and my foundation and kind of do it over top of my eyelid at the same time. So I never really worry about it. And I'm just going to take this color all the way into my inner corner. Okay, so we're also going to be taking a bit of the whiter shade that is in there and putting that right above my brow bone just to kind of smooth out the edge of the crease color. It's looking fantastic. So we're going to be taking this, I don't know what you call it. Okay, so with this brush, I'm going to be taking this dark purple shade down at the bottom. And I'm going to be focusing this color on my outer corner, but I'm going to be dragging it down my lash line just a tiny bit. Okay, so now I pretty much have that done. I know it's looking a little rough, so we're going to go back in with the same blending brush as before. Just kind of blend those two shades together. So now taking that same brush from before, we're going to dip into just the slightest bit of black, and we're going to tap off the excess, and put that right in the outer corner, just the slightest bit, to deepen up the purple shade. So it's looking pretty good. And then I like to do my bottom lash line, but after I wipe off all of the baking powder. So I have this palette from Urban Decay. It's the Nocturnal Shadow Box, and it is pretty much all shimmers. So I'm probably going to take the shade Fireball on the left. It is a pinky shimmer color. And I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner of my lid. The faces I make throughout this video, I'm sorry, they're a little ridiculous. So now that I have that eye done, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye really quick. Okay. So now that I have both eyes done, I'm actually going to take a gold shimmer shade and put that on the very inner corner. I'm just going to use my fingertip, and it's going to help kind of make my eyes pop. I just put that straight on my eyeball. It's a little dry, so you probably can't tell I did that, but it's there. Okay, so now that we have the eyeshadow done, ooh, look at this bun. It was up here, but then it just like, okay. So taking a big fluffy brush, we're just gonna dust off all this powder. So next what I'm gonna do is take my Lorac Pro Contour palette, and I'm gonna take the color Deep Contour with medium contour, and I'm gonna put them on the same brush. And I use this brush to do my contour because I don't like it to be so precise. Now this is actually going to be more of a bronze. Well, actually I'm just going to go ahead and take the medium one. Okay, so now that I have the face pretty much done, there's just a couple more things we have to do. I'm going to put some lashes on off camera, and then I will come back and do my mascara and do my eyebrows, and we will put some highlighter on, and I will be done. Alright, so actually I decided I'm not going to do lashes, and I'm just going to put on some mascara because my lashes haven't been cooperating with me lately when I try to get them out. One actually like ripped, so I'm just like not dealing with it today. So the mascara that I've been using lately is actually the Milani Lash Trifecta. It says it lengthens, curls, and separates. And this is just a drugstore mascara, but I have seen that it works really well. And especially since I have long eyelashes in the first place, it just helps accentuate them and makes them look even longer. Did I say accentuate? Is it accentuate or accentuates? Either way, it does it. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm stupid. I was just remembering how I forgot to put eyeshadow on my bottom lid. So, or on the bottom lash line. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and I'm going to dip into the first transition shade that we used, and I'm going to kind of do this all across the bottom, but I'm not going to focus this one too close to the lash line. Look at this face I'm making. Okay, and then I'm going to take the darker purple shade and I'm going to focus that along the bottom lash line. Okay, now I'm going to be honest, I don't like to wear mascara on my bottom eyelashes. For some reason, I don't think it looks good on me, so I don't like to do it. But I also don't do my eyebrows. I just take a spoolie brush and spoolie them out and then clean them up. But for some reason, there it is. So I pretty much just take a spoolie brush and brush all the hairs upwards. And then I take the brush and kind of just gently go across the top of the brow hairs and just kind of push them down a little bit just to clean up the edge of the eyebrow. And now that looks a lot better than this. And the only reason I don't like to do my eyebrows is because my eyebrows are pretty full, they're a really good shape, and they match my hair. And so I don't think I really need to do them. I have before and they looked good, but honestly it just didn't look much different, so I decided that like I don't need to do them. It's not gonna make much of a difference, and it's kind of just more time that I have to spend. So for the last thing, for one of the last things, we gotta do highlighter, but I also left my powder highlighter over there, so I'm gonna take this Benefit highlighter stick, but I'm going to put it all over the top of my hand like this, and then I'm gonna take a brush. Okay, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild angled brush. I'm going to take it over top of this highlighter color and kind of blend it on my hand just a little bit, and then kind of put it on my face, because I know it's a cream and you're not supposed to put creams over powder, so blending it out with the brush turns it more into a powder. So I might just use a highlighter, eyeshadow. I'm going to take the shade Baby out of this Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to use that same brush. We're just going to dip in and then put that on the cheekbone. Okay, so pretty much this is the finished makeup look. So we're going to take our setting spray, and I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And this is just like the smaller version because I got it for Christmas. And we're just going to take this and spray this all over. Okay, so now that the makeup look is all done, I'm actually going to take a makeup wipe. I just used the Neutrogena makeup remover, and they're the hydrating pack, and I actually just have a little piece of one because what I'll do is like sometimes my face will be feeling really dry, so I just take like a piece of one, and then I'll just go over my face even like when it's bare, just to kind of hydrate my face a little bit. I'm going to take this little piece and just wipe all the foundation off my lips. Usually if I do my makeup in the morning, I'll brush my teeth after, and then it'll take it all off my lips. So that is the final makeup look, and if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I really hope you guys like this kind of content because I want to try to get more videos like this, and I also really enjoyed like doing the makeup tutorial and explaining like how I would do it, and you know, I just enjoyed it. So as I was saying, if you guys like the video, please give it a big thumbs up, comment some video ideas down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!